Alright guys, in today's video we got a 2019 D30 series BMW right here. We're going to replace the front brake pads. Sensor, we're going to try to save it, but the sensor is very easy to get into this box, remove the box, and replace the sensor. So all you need to do is follow the wiring, just dismount it from here. All you do is pull it out from here, pull it out from here. And this line is supposed to be behind this bleeder valve like that, but it's not there. But we're going to have to take it out right now. So it's already out. That's fine for us. So the sensor, we might be able to save. But let's see what the condition of that sensor is. But we got some helical packs here. So this is what you want to get, okay? You don't want nothing else. This is what you want, okay? This is what you want to get. Good stuff. Part number for this guy right there. If you want to pause the video and get that numbers right there. I got a brake sensor too. Let me go get that. We got a brake sensor sitting right here. So the part number on this, there you go. It's gonna come in a package. Just looks something like that. So what we're gonna do is the tools you're gonna need is a vice grip, flathead screwdriver, 13 millimeter. You're gonna need a greasing and a silicone greasing right here. I got video on just on the greasing, search that up. And I got a compressed tool right here that fell down. So we're gonna use that to compress the piston. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in the back. We're gonna remove this little guy. This is a 14 millimeter. So notice this is gonna turn with it. So as we try to turn the bolt here, so the whole thing just turned with it. That's why we need our vice grip right here. So once the vice grip is there, what you can do is that will hold there in place for you, and then it's very light after that. This thing will just come out easily and freely. Okay, it's spinning again. It came off, vice grip came off. Put that baby back on. There you go. It's like a third temp here, that's fine. I'm doing it with one hand, that's why you see me not holding the vice grip, but you should hold the vice grip. I'm just using the leverage from the backing plate. Once this guy comes off, you have to do the same thing when you put it back in. And this guy comes off. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the sensor off from right over here. A little bit of trick. WD-40 spray here and then on this will work a little bit better for you to come out and put in. So that should be more than enough. Usually I had this for a reason, so we could take out this caliper, but it came out pretty easy. This thing will just slide right out, but the sensor is going to kind of bother us. So that sensor is going to bother us. So let's try to get that sensor out of there from the bottom here. The whole pad is coming with it. So let's just pull the pad off. And what we're going to do is we're going to leave all this together, and we're going to just leave it right here. We'll work some magic here. And the slider pin is fine. So this was another reason why I had this flat screwdriver to pull this out. So I want you to pay attention to the brake pads, okay? There's different brake pads. I'll show you that in a minute. So in a moment, I'm going to show you the brake pads. But right now, let's take out this sensor slowly and gently. What I like to do is try to go in the bottom of it, try to push it up, and make sure you don't damage that sensor. If you haven't got a brake light yet, so your sensor might be still good, but if you see a splice right here, the sensor is shot. So I can't get this. I'm gonna go get a needle nose for this, so I'll be right back. So needle nose, add that to your tools. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is, oops, sorry about that. Let's come back. So I'm gonna go back here. We're gonna try to grab the sensor and yank it off. I still don't want to come out. Maybe I'm gonna have to do it like I was originally doing it. Okay, there you go. Try to go in the bottom of it, and we don't want to break the sensor, so go easy. It's gonna be like a small little metal shim. Is it left behind? Okay, it's in there, so make sure that's there. So this brake pad had a little bit of life on them, but they gotta go. Okay, now we're gonna prep this. So what I want to do is I want to get some cleaners. I'm gonna spray here and spray a little bit there. Okay, next few steps are kind of critical. So to clean this, all you need is wire brush, a lot of brake dust. So this BMW is kind of clean, so you don't have to go crazy. And spray some cleaner. Okay, there's no hardware for these, so I also want to spray some onto the caliper. That's fine and perfect. So what we're gonna do here is, let's get that sensor out of there so it's gonna just sit to the side. I'm gonna take my clamp, compress this baby right in. So all you're gonna do is take an old brake pad if you need to. If you got a tool like this, it should probably sit properly. But there you go. This is how this baby goes right in. Should be nice and smooth. Sometimes you will have overflow of brake fluid. That means you put too much in the system. And there it goes. Perfect. So now let's talk about the brake pads. Okay, where did I put the old brake pad? Okay, this is the one that had a brake sensor. Look at the rounding over here. You see this curve? You don't want to put this on the outside. Your brakes will be destroyed so quick. So this got to be on the inside, and the sensor goes there. All right, so that's how that goes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take one brake pad. First, we're gonna take the inside brake pad, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put light amount of greasing right over here, and same thing over here. Okay, that's why we got a rag to clean your hand off. So now the way this works is you have to push this up against this area, and this pad goes right in. Okay, you're not gonna see the back one, but I'll show you the front one. So let me get the back one in. I'm not even looking at it to do this, so that's how kind of simple it is. I have to look at it. But too early. So there you go. The brake pad's in. So as you can see, the brake fluid started to drip. That means there was too much fluid in there. I'm sorry about the camera. Okay, we're gonna go down a little bit. I think the camera was just too high. We're gonna do the same thing with the second brake pad. We're gonna take the light amount of greasing right on the edges here. And your brake pad, you shouldn't have to, just light amount of greasing here and here, both spots. Or you can put it on the surface here, but then you might get some on the brake rotor. But anyways, so notice how I'm pushing against these, okay? So both of these sits there, and then I'm pushing up against it, and the brake pad goes in. Same thing on the inside, okay? So this is pretty much done here. So what we want to do here is we want to clean out the slider pins. You want to put some fresh grease on these, okay? So the rubber boot goes in the bottom. So this is where our silicone grease comes handy. And a little bit light amount of greasing on this. And a little bit more, very light. We're gonna do the same thing for the top one, but let me put this in so my hand is free. We're gonna put this baby right in, just like that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a light amount of greasing. Okay, my greasing is all the way to the bottom of this bottle. Let me push it with the screwdriver. There you go. And there you go. Light amount of greasing there. And then make sure your line is not curled up, okay? Make sure it's nice and straight. But if your line looks something like that, it's no good. So make sure the brake line is nice and straight. So get this slider pin in. Make sure the boot guard's on. And don't worry that you're probably thinking that I didn't put the sensor in, but we're gonna put the sensor in from right over here. So now, process, repeat yourself. You don't need to put no greasing on these pads on the outer edges. So I'm doing the same thing here, guys. I'm gonna hold it with the vice grip, and I'm gonna lock up the bolt nicely and easily. And it should be nice and tight. There you go. I'll double check the top. Okay. Sometimes your clamp might stop you from going all the way. So that's that. What you want to do now is from right over here, you just want to squeeze that sensor in and make sure this tip is facing this way, okay? And it's going to be hard for the camera to see, but let's see if I can manage something. Okay, what I'm going to do is you're going to go in there and it's going to put that sensor right on the spot that it needs to be, and then you're going to just push it right in, and it shouldn't come out that easy once it's clicked in. Okay, I'm not getting it to the proper spot. There you go. It's clicked right in, and it shouldn't come out if you try to pull it. Don't yank on the cable either. Make sure you reroute your cables properly. Okay, like I said, a little bit of WD-40 here might help you out. And make sure you put this going right through here. And double check your work, both the brake pads in. Sometimes I've seen one brake pad in. But anyways, thank you for watching my video. See you guys on the next one. This was easy peasy, okay? Try to use good brake pads and rotors. I had a one car BMW X5. The rotor kind of warms up in an angle where the brake pad doesn't sit flush, and that was the reason why I kept on feeling a soft pedal. But after the car drove a little bit, the brake pad broke into a curve, and then it was good. So if you're having that issue, that's what it can be. Anyways, thank you for watching. Okay, this is all done. I do want to mention, once you're all done, make sure you bring the car down tight. Everything is tight. The wheels are tight. Pump the brake pedal 4 to 5 times. It should be soft, and then it should get hard. And you don't want to start the car till then. And after that, you could go for a test drive. Thank you for watching my video. See you guys in the next one.